On tap, Two-Hearted Ale. Hi, I'm James Knott, and this is your Better Beer Authority. Today we're talking about Two-Hearted Ale from Bell's Brewery in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Founder Larry Bell originally opened a homebrew supply shop in 1983. He sold his first beer in 1985. Today, Bell's is consistently ranked near the top of Ratebeer's Top 100 Brewers List. It was number 5 in 2010. Two-Hearted Ale is an American IPA that comes in at 7% alcohol by volume. The brewery describes the beer as having a crisp finish and incredible floral hop aroma. In general, hops refers to the cone-like flower of the female hop plant. It is one of the 4 main ingredients in most modern beers. Technically, you can make beer without hops, but most beer throughout the world contains it. Hops play 2 important roles in beer. First, the bitterness of hops balances the sweetness of the malted barley, and it also acts as a preservative in the beer. Craig, how would you describe the aroma of this beer?
I would say it's pretty sweet and light, and I almost get a sugary feeling from the aroma of this beer.
Are you getting any fruity notes in it?
Fruity, I would say a lot of citrus, mostly citrus in what I'm smelling, but a lot of sugar. It smells really sweet to my nose.
Okay. Joby, you're generally not a hop lover. Does this beer have any redeeming qualities to you?
James, you're right. Typically I lean away from the IPAs, but for IPAs in general, this one's not too bad. The aftertaste doesn't linger in your mouth like other IPAs do, so I guess that's a backhanded compliment to this beer.
And Adam, how does the flavor match up with the aroma? I mean, the aroma is very sweet. Is the flavor along those same lines?
It's a mixed feeling with that. I mean, there's definitely a lot of power with those hops that come into it, and that lingers throughout the whole taste in your mouth. But there is some sweet citrus in the middle of it, and there's also, you can taste the yeasty, the doughiness in the yeast in there. But overall, I think it drinks well. It does have a longer lasting flavor into it.
Okay, Craig, this is your first appearance on the show. You drove here from Kalamazoo. You brought a fresh batch from one of your local bottle shops.
Yeah.
And is it possible for you to rate this beer unbiased?
Probably not, but I don't think I'm the only one propping this beer up. It gets great reviews all over the place. It's probably Bell's second biggest by volume, I'd have to guess. I don't know for sure. It's just a great beer, and while I do get that sugary note in the smell, I get more of like a light gin, like a gin and tonic flavor when I'm drinking it. The hops don't really linger. They give you a nice burst up front, but then it's gone. It doesn't leave you with a nasty aftertaste, I'd say.
In general, does the brewery, Bell's Brewery, does it have a big presence in Kalamazoo?
I think so. It's pretty well known locally.
Is it pretty easy to find in the stores?
Oh yeah, every store would have it, I would say. If you went to a store that didn't have Two-Hearted, you'd be in a pretty dumpy beer store.
What was the specialty beer shop that you got this in?
I got it at a little place called Meyer. Hard to find it open, but when you do, they have a great selection.
Joby, do you find the taste of this to be fatiguing?
I don't think fatiguing is the word, James. I mean, again, it's not a bad beer, and I say that because given the choice between this and other IPAs, I'd probably go with the Two-Hearted because it's not that bad. You know, I'm all about aftertaste. How do I feel about, you know, the beer after I taste it, and it sits with me for a while. So given the choice between this and other IPAs to get drunk on, I'd probably choose this one.
Okay. Craig, what's your rating on this?
I'd have to agree with Joby. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I'd give it a 9. I think it's a phenomenal beer.
Okay. Joby, what's your rating?
Wow. I mean, if that's a homer rating out there, that's definitely it. But, you know, that's a hometown brew, so you got to give it the props. So
you can't handle hops, so.
Not yet, but I'm getting close. I feel like my palate's sort of getting developed where I can stand them a little better.
We'll
so
take your training wheels off someday.
That's right. That's right. Hopefully before long the training wheels will be off. James, I rate this a 5 because, you know, I can finish it, and if it was only thing available, I'd drink it, probably get drunk on it, but probably wouldn't seek it out later.
Okay, Adam, what's the big picture on this beer for you?
You know, this is a well-balanced beer. There's a lot of balanced flavor with it. The hops, if you're a hophead, it's got good flavor. If you're not a hophead, it's still got it doesn't have that overpowering, lingering flavor. It just has just enough to keep your interest spiked. I think the alcohol content, it's very drinkable.
You think
beer.
this is a balanced beer? I mean, I think it's a very hoppy beer. I mean, the balance goes way towards bitter for me. I mean,
I think it's balanced in the flavor. You get the hoppiness, but you can pull out other flavors from it at the same time. I think you can get the citrus. You can get the citrus smell. Not in the beginning. Obviously, I mean this is a hophead beer kind of where when you start drinking it, you get the hops first, but after the hops, you're going to pull that citrus out. You're going to pull a little bit of the sweetness out towards the end of that sip there. And then again, for 7% alcohol, this is a very drinkable beer.
Does anybody taste the alcohol in this? I mean, is it completely masked?
I would say it's very light.
I think it's very smooth, not overpowering.
Not very
at all.
alcoholic taste.
Okay, and what's your rating on this one?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Great. Two Hearted Ale gets a 7 on the BBA rating scale. I'd like to thank Craig for bringing us fresh Two Hearted Ale directly from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Thanks for watching. I'm James Knott, and this is your Better Beer Authority.
Better Beer Authority.